Pronunciation Booster, Unit 1. Page P2. Exercise A. Listen and practice. 1.
I've always dreamed about being a photographer.
2.
You've been talking about doing that for years.
3.
Have you ever thought about a career in law?
'P. Exercise B. Listen and practice. 1.
I love the outdoors, so I've decided to become a naturalist.
2.
Tell me something about your experience.
3.
What's stopping you?
4.
Have you made plans to get married?
5.
I just gave notice at the bank.
6.
Have you decided on a career?
'P. Exercise C. Now practice reading each sentence aloud. Listen to compare. 1.
It was very difficult for Dan to hide his disappointment.
2.
He was rejected by 2 law schools.
3.
What does he plan to do now?
4.
He just accepted a position teaching math at the university.
5.
MetaLabs has an opening for a junior lab specialist.
P. Exercise D. Now practice reading each sentence aloud, using the intonation patterns you have learned. Listen to compare. 1.
He wants to start his own travel agency.
2.
I don't really know how to get started.
3.
Do I need to have experience in the tourism industry?
4.
Why are you looking for a change?
5.
Tell me about your plans for the coming year.
6.
Do you want to become a flight attendant?
7.
Have you applied for that job?
End of Unit 1, Pronunciation Booster. Pronunciation Booster, Unit 2. Page P3. Exercise A. Listen and practice. 1.
I'm so sorry.
2,
I'm really upset.
3,
What do you mean?
4,
How could you do that?
5,
What great news!
6.
Thank you so much.
Page P4, Size B. Practice reading each sentence aloud, using intonation to express emotion. Listen to compare. 1,
John, what happened?
2,
You look worried.
3,
I feel just terrible.
4,
How did that happen?
5,
Why didn't you slow down?
6,
We could have been killed.
7,
How could you say that?
End of Unit 2, Pronunciation Booster. Pronunciation Booster, Unit 3. Page P4. Exercise A. Listen and practice. 1,
We tried to cheer him up.
2,
They were scared to death.
3,
It was starting to get me down.
4,
You just need to give it a little more time.
5,
She was trying to email a message to a friend.
6,
I sent it to her yesterday.
7,
I sent it to her yesterday.
8,
I didn't have to walk very far.
9,
You really ought to be careful next time.
10,
We're definitely going to take a cell phone on our next trip.
Page P4, Size B. Now practice reading each sentence aloud and listen to compare. 1,
I'm learning to sail my ship.
2,
They had sent an SOS text message from a cell phone to a friend in London.
3,
They got several messages telling them to be strong.
4,
The helicopters had been unable to take off because of the severe weather.
5.
You ought to tell your brother that you can't talk to him right now.
6.
Don't let it get to you.
7.
I'm going to refuse to give up.
8.
We have to keep trying, no matter how tired we are.
End of Unit 3, Pronunciation Booster. Pronunciation Booster, Unit 4. Page P5. Exercise A. Listen and practice. 1.
I don't think I'm critical enough.
2.
I think I'm too critical.
3.
I'm too critical.
4.
I don't think I'm too critical.
Page P5. Exercise B. Now practice reading each response aloud, using emphatic stress as shown. Listen to compare. 1.
You know what my problem is? I'm a perfectionist.
Well, I'm just the opposite.
2.
You know what my problem is? I'm a perfectionist.
Not me. I'm just the opposite.
3.
There goes Carla again, yelling at Phil.
I'm not surprised. She's always angry about something.
4. 4.
Why is Carla yelling at Phil?
It's just the way she is. She's always angry about something.
5.
Why was John so angry this morning?
I don't know. I've never seen him lose his temper like that.
6.
Can you believe how angry John was this morning?
Not really. I've never seen him lose his temper like that.
End of Unit 4, Pronunciation Booster. Pronunciation Booster, Unit 5. Page P5. Exercise A. Listen and practice. 1.
Diamonds are very expensive.
2.
Diamonds make great gifts.
3.
It makes an impressive gift.
4.
The company promises to give you a diamond.
Page P6. Exercise B. Practice reading each sentence aloud, paying attention to the linking sounds you learned. Listen to compare. 1.
A frog brings good luck to the house it enters.
2.
Babies born with teeth become extremely selfish.
3.
An itchy nose means you will have a fight.
4.
A lucky charm protects against the evil eye.
5.
She keeps a large bowl of water near the front door.
6.
Superstitions can be found in every culture.
7.
A company claims to have invented a machine that allows people to talk with their pets.
8.
Phobias are exaggerated fears.
9.
My sister believes in ghosts, avoids black cats, and carries a lucky charm in her pocket.
End of Unit 5, Pronunciation Booster. Pronunciation Booster, Unit 6. Page P6. Exercise A. Listen and practice. 1,
Moved.
2,
Cancelled.
3,
Described.
4,
Stayed.
5,
Agreed.
6,
Helped.
7,
Asked.
8,
Crushed.
9,
Watched.
10,
Waited.
11,
Reported.
12,
Needed.
13.
Responded.
Page P6. Exercise B. Listen and practice. 1,
If I'd looked at the expiration date, I would have renewed my passport.
2,
If I weren't Japanese, I might have needed a visa to enter the country.
3,
If we'd left on time, we wouldn't have missed our flight.
4. Page P6. Exercise C. Now practice saying each word aloud and listen to check. 1,
Avoided.
2,
Looked.
3,
Summarized.
4,
Arrived.
5,
Owed.
6,
ruined,
7,
kicked,
8,
refunded, did,
9,
promised,
10,
covered,
11,
added,
12,
changed,
13,
reported,
14,
discussed,
15,
investigated,
16,
enjoyed,
Page P, Exercise D. Practice saying each sentence aloud, paying attention to reductions. Listen to compare. 1,
If I'd put the film in my carry-on, it wouldn't have gotten damaged.
2,
If you'd checked the luggage limits, you might have avoided extra charges.
3,
If my friend's luggage hadn't gotten stolen, he could have gone on the sightseeing tour.
4,
I probably wouldn't have missed my flight if I had come on time.
5,
If they'd taken a few simple precautions, their luggage might not have gotten stolen.
End of Unit 6, Pronunciation Booster. Pronunciation Booster, Unit 7. Page P8. Exercise A. Listen and practice. 1,
One's EQ can be high even if one's IQ is low.
2,
Even if one's IQ is low, one's EQ can be high.
3,
He must have a high IQ. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gotten that job.
4,
She achieved success. However, she doesn't do well on EQ tests.
'Page P, Exercise B. Practice reading each sentence aloud, using the intonation you learned for sentences with subordinating conjunctions. Listen to compare. 1,
You'll be given an interview as long as you get a high score on the test.
2,
Unless a new theory emerges, our abilities will continue to be measured with IQ and EQ tests.
3,
The IQ test can be an accurate measure of intelligence only if there is such a thing as general intelligence.
4.
Because the science of investigating the brain is quite new, no theory of intelligence has yet been proved.
5.
Some people have achieved extraordinary successes, although they didn't have high IQs.
6.
Intelligence is not easy to measure, since there isn't just one kind of intelligence.
7.
Although good memory and creativity show intelligence, common sense is important too.
Page P, exercise C. Practice reading each sentence aloud, using the intonation you learned for sentences with transitions. Listen to compare. 1.
No theory of intelligence has yet been proved. Nevertheless, many people believe success depends on high IQs.
2.
She has a low IQ score. However, her EQ could be high.
3.
The science of investigating the brain is quite new. Consequently, no theory of intelligence has yet been proved.
4.
He has a high IQ score. Nonetheless, he didn't get the job.
5.
There isn't just one kind of intelligence. Therefore, intelligence is not easy to measure.
6.
Good memory and creativity show intelligence. However, common sense is important too.
End of Unit 7, Pronunciation Booster. Pronunciation Booster, Unit 8. Page P8. Exercise A. Listen and practice. 1.
What a riot!
What a riot!
2.
That cracked me up.
That cracked me up.
3.
That's terrific.
That's terrific.
4.
I love it. I love it.
I love it.
Page P9. Exercise B. Practice saying each statement 2 ways. First, with intonation showing pleasure, and then sarcasm. Listen to compare. 1.
That's hysterical.
That's hysterical.
2.
That's so funny.
That's so funny.
3.
What a scream!
What a scream.
4.
What a hoot.
What a hoot.
5.
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
6.
That's too much.
That's too much.
7.
That really tickled me.
That really tickled me.
End of Unit 8, Pronunciation Booster. Pronunciation Booster, Unit 9. Page P9. Exercise A. Listen to the selection.
Rocket delivered mail. On June 8, 1959, a rocket carrying 3,000 letters was launched from a submarine in the ocean and delivered to a U.S. naval station in Florida. Some people believed the age of rocket-delivered mail had begun, but rocket-delivered mail was a bust.
Now practice reading the selection aloud. Page P9. Exercise B. Now listen to compare.
Smell-o-vision. In 1960, the movie Scent of Mystery combined visual images with releases of odors into the theater. The movie maker predicted this technology would be used in all movies of the future. Smell-o-vision was a flop.
Cryonics for immortality. In the 1960s, Robert Ettinger's book, The Prospect of Immortality, argued that people with fatal illnesses could have their bodies frozen before death, and once a cure for the illness was found, could then be thawed and cured. This would permit us to live beyond our natural life. This technology never took off.
End of Unit 9, Pronunciation Booster. Pronunciation Booster, Unit 10. Page P10. Exercise A. Listen and practice. 1.
It's really shocking, isn't it?
It's really shocking, isn't it?
2.
It's not really surprising, is it?
It's not really surprising, is it?
3.
It really makes you feel angry, doesn't it?
It really makes you feel angry, doesn't it?
Four.
They'll come up with a solution, won't they?
They'll come up with a solution, won't they?
Five.
She didn't speak out against that project, did she?
She didn't speak out against that project, did she?
Page P10. Exercise B. Listen to the following tag questions. Check to indicate if each one anticipates agreement or expects an answer. 1.
That's really appalling, isn't it?
2.
He's worried about his children, isn't he?
3.
It really makes you feel good, doesn't it?
4.
It wasn't really true, was it?
5.
They're going to do something about that problem, aren't they?
6.
It's not really important, is it?
7.
You heard that on TV, didn't you?
8.
You'll support us, won't you?
Now each tag question aloud and listen to compare. 1.
That's really appalling, isn't it?
2.
He's worried about his children, isn't he?
3.
It really makes you feel good, doesn't it?
4.
It wasn't really true, was it?
5.
They're going to do something about that problem, aren't they?
6.
It's not really important, is it?
7.
You heard that on TV, didn't you?
8.
You'll support us, won't you?
Page P10. Exercise C. Practice saying each tag question 2 ways. First, to express anticipated agreement, and then to express a genuine question. Listen to compare. 1.
It really makes you stop and think, doesn't it?
It really makes you stop and think, doesn't it?
2.
They're concerned about global warming, aren't they?
They're concerned about global warming, aren't they?
3.
It won't be easy to talk them into dropping trade tariffs, will it?
It won't be easy to talk them into dropping trade tariffs, will it?
4.
The president's economic policy is effective, isn't it?
The president's economic policy is effective, isn't it?
5.
The benefits of globalization are very clear, aren't they?
The benefits of globalization are very clear, aren't they?
6.
The benefits of globalization aren't very clear, are they?
The benefits of globalization aren't very clear, are they?
7.
There's no turning back, is there?
There's no turning back, is there?
End of Unit 10, Pronunciation Booster. End of audio program.